Hello gents and welcome to another video. Now, I have gone and bought myself a Steam Deck. I only bought it last week, so I'm still definitely in the honeymoon period. However, I thought I would do a little video to show you what I think so far and just to let you know what I've been playing and my general thoughts. First things first though, I am absolutely blown away by this little machine. Sometimes I'm left speechless by how good these games are looking and performing on it. Why did I buy a Steam Deck? Well, I'm no stranger to handheld gaming. I had an Atari Lynx back in the day, a Game Boy Original, a Game Boy Color, and a Sony PSP. I'm retired now, but early on in my career I did a lot of shift work, and these little handhelds saw me through many a boring night shift. I've been keeping an eye on the Steam Deck since it was released, and have been seriously thinking about buying one for about 6 months, mainly to play driving games obviously, but I've got such a backlog of other games I'd like to play. Valve had a sale the other week where they're knocking quite a good discount off all 3 models of the Steam Deck, so I plumped for the cheapest one, the 64 gig for around £300, and I've stuck a 512GB micro SD card into it. Like many of you, I spend a lot of time at my PCs. I've got 2 PCs in my home office and a MacBook Pro, and I do lots of things like video editing, photo editing, family tree research, and general household admin on all these computers. And sometimes when I want to play a game, I just kind of want to get away from this room. I don't want to sit at the same computers that I've been sitting at for a matter of hours. So the idea of a Steam Deck being handheld, where I could take my existing library of games with me anywhere, was really appealing. I do have a PS4, but that's through in the living room, wired up to the big TV, so if my wife's wanting to watch a TV programme, I'm hardly going to kick her off that so as I can play the PlayStation. Another big attraction of the Steam Deck is that I already have a big library of games for it. I've been on Steam since it was launched in 2003, so you can imagine what my Steam library of shame looks like. Loads and loads of games which I've never fired up once. So you regular subscribers know I'm all about my driving games, and you new guys, if you stumble across this video, my YouTube name should kind of give it away. So I'm going to be focusing on driving games, which ones I enjoy playing, how good they work on the Steam Deck. I'm also going to touch on some big non-driving games which have been sitting there languishing in my Steam library doing nothing at all, and I'm absolutely embarrassed to say I haven't played some of them, especially when you hear what they are. So if this sounds interesting to you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and come back as I update you over the next few weeks and months how I'm getting on with my Steam Deck. So what driving games have I been trying out? Well, you'll have seen the footage here from Need for Speed Heat, a game I'd never played before. However, I have EA Play on Steam, which gets you access to all of the EA games, including the Need for Speed series. This plays absolutely fantastic on the Steam Deck. I'm really enjoying it. It's well suited to the controller type play. I have to admit, I'm more of a mouse and keyboard guy or a steering wheel guy. I'm not a natural controller player, so it takes me a little while to build up the muscle memory and get used to the way games play on a controller, but I took to this like a duck to water. It is absolutely great fun, and I'm really enjoying it. Fantastic graphics whether racing at night or day, a large selection of cars, really nice upgrades for all your cars, exactly what I want from a Need for Speed game. Out of interest, I did try AMS2 early on once I got the Steam Deck. I just could not get a control configuration that felt good. I think that game's really built for someone with a steering wheel and proper force feedback. If any of you guys with Steam Decks have got AMS2 running nicely and you can control the cars, do let me know how you're doing that. I've also put on F1 2022, which runs really well. I was very surprised at this. It's a very recent installation, so the footage you're seeing here is me with all the assists switched on, just to see how I could get on with a controller. Just a quick race at Monza. So you get all the nice intros and everything, just the exact same game that you get on Steam on your super powerful PC. What's absolutely amazing about this Steam Deck when you think about it is you could buy a dock a Steam Dock, or you could buy one of the third-party ones off Amazon, which allows you to plug in a mouse and a keyboard and plug it into a monitor as well, and with upscaling built into the Steam Deck, this could effectively become your simple entry to PC gaming. You could even install Windows onto a micro SD card with the dock, and I'd imagine you could have a wheel plugged into the dock, and you could actually have a wheel with force feedback on this thing. Isn't that mind-blowing? Another thing I should mention is how good the sound is through a pair of headphones from the Steam Deck. Obviously I'm just recording this on my iPhone, so you're getting the sound from the speakers, but through a decent pair of headphones it is very, very good. So here's some footage from the actual game running. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? I don't normally run with the racing line on, by the way. As I say, this is just with all the assists on, just to let me try it out with the controllers, with the controller steering. It works really well. Another game I was really keen to try was Wreckfest. I absolutely loved Flatout 1 and Flatout 2, so as soon as the guys released Wreckfest, I was straight on it. I played it quite a bit on my PC, however I have ignored it for a good few months, and it is perfectly suited to the Steam Deck. Look how gorgeous it looks on this thing. Now I should add that at the moment, having only owned the Steam Deck for a week, I am just wanting the out-of-box experience of firing it up and playing games. I'm not looking at emulation. I haven't even installed any third-party installers like Ubisoft or Epic or Rockstar, and of course I have lots of games on these. I've got my Red Dead Redemption 2 on Epic, so I'm going to have to install these launchers at some point, but that's for further down the line. At the moment I just want to have the thing powered up, straight into Steam and straight into a game, no faffing about. A couple of non-driving games that I'm trying out just now. The first one here is Batman Arkham City, although it does have a fair amount of driving because it's got the Batmobile in it, which features heavily in the gameplay. This is just stunning to look at. I can't believe this has been sitting in my Steam library and I haven't played it. It is great fun. All your typical Batman characters are in there, you've got a whole city to explore, and the feel and the atmosphere of the game, the music and everything, absolutely brilliant. I'll bet you if you were to look around in Niba or Humble Bundle, you could probably pick this game up for just a few quid. I highly recommend it. Look at this. There's loads of upgrades and bat gadgets to use. The Batmobile has loads of different weapons. Highly, highly recommended, and it makes me want to go back and try all the other Batman games now. Look how you can traverse around by using your grapple.
Say that it is good to be back.
This is the point I'm at in the game, so the Joker, spoiler alert, the Joker has been killed in a previous game, but this is his kind of ghost coming back, if you like, and tormenting me.
You know what I love about firefighters?
So much detail in the animation. This is the Bat Glide, the way you can quickly move around the city without the Batmobile, so you can jump off any height and glide down, altering your height as you go, so you can get a nice pinpoint landing. Look at the graphics as you're coming down though, all the wet streets and everything. Highly recommended, guys. And the last game that I have installed on my Steam Deck for now, and I'm absolutely ashamed to admit this, is The Witcher 3. Now, can you believe it? I've got this on Steam, and I've got it on my PS4 as well, and I've never played either of them. Isn't that unbelievable? I have a friend, Kenny, who is always on at me when we're out for a pint on a Friday saying, have you played The Witcher 3 yet? And I say, oh, Kenny, I'll get round to it eventually. So here I am, Kenny, I'm getting round to it on my Steam Deck. Very early in the game. I've only played about half an hour just to get sort of comfortable with the controls. But again, it's stunning to look at in the detail. You can barely believe that this is running on a handheld machine. So anyway guys, if you're enjoying this little intro Steam Deck video and you'd like to hear more as I'm on my Steam Deck journey, then do subscribe. I'll be talking about driving games, I'll be talking about other games as well now and again. If you have any suggestions for games for me to try, whether they're driving or whether they're just nice games that run on the deck really well, then do leave me a comment. I try to reply to all the comments, and I'll look forward to chatting to you in the next video. Cheers for now.